stranger walked the border near with a gun in the pouring rain. He had no time, he hides his face, he had to relieve his shame. He lifts his hand, it doesn't shake, holds his breath as he takes his aim. Now one more down and two to go, and no one to take the blame. Don't go to the river's end, you just might find your friends buried in a shallow grave, an empty one that bears your name. Now some may live and some may die, but nobody here remains. These worn out shoes, he's come so far, never once he complained. So lift your hands and say a prayer for friends lost along the way. I saw the blood frozen time when it shot you in the face. Don't go to the river's end, you just might find your friends buried in a shallow grave, an empty one that bears your name. 'Cause when they took your life, everything went cold. The darkness closed around me, and I could no longer hold you in my mind, and I can't find the last one left to go. The peace I find will be sublime as I shuffle off this coil. I'll see you by the river's end, and to the victor goes the spoils. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't walk away, yeah. Don't turn your back on me. Hear what I have to say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't walk away, yeah. Don't turn your back on me. You won't live another day.
Tell me all your secrets, darling. Tell me all your lies. Don't forget my face. Your memory leaves me hypnotized. falsely coded words of fancy. Blessed are your eyes, trapped within your necromancy. You won't let me die. Even immortals make mistakes, even the powerful fall for lies. What you thought you were winning has become nothing, dust and flies. I will pay my price with your soul, your long-lived life of theft and vice. Taken, not so softly given, extracted from your incandescent life. It's too late for you. It's too late for us. It's too late for you. Just give up the prize. It's too late for you. It's too late for trust. It's too late for you. You thought you had me dead I can't be forced to be your day bridge. I can't be made to keep you on the rise. I will not light these lamps that you gave me. You will have to be your own sacrifice. If you don't follow all the words that I am saying, I won't begrudge what you don't realize. Nothing can save you from my power. I have lived so many different lives. It's too late for you. It's too late for us. It's too late for you. Just give up the prize. It's too late for you. It's too late for trust. It's too late for you. You thought you had me dead
Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Welcome back to SmithStack Pack a Day Habit here in the studio. I'm your host, Adam, and we are doing Pack a Day Habit once again, 201, which is pretty cool. I mean, I didn't think I would really make it this far. I just started this and said, hey, let's crack some packs, and I'm doing it anyway. Let's do it on video, see if anybody wants to join, and you guys have joined. It's so nice to have you all here. Hey, Fuzzy Falcon, what up, buddy? Lord of the Decks was here first. Ma, I see you in there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, you guys. So yeah, I guess chat's being kind of lit up about talking about work, depression, usual stuff, right? We're all, you know, struggling to get by. And I actually wanted to start out today's session by talking a little bit about my own journey and, you know, how I've kind of dealt with things in the past and how I've come to have the little slice of life that I have and, you know, have carved out for myself. Now, you know, it is tough. Like, it's hard because when you have issues like, you know, depression comes up, right? Like, if you have this, one of the main differences between a person who has depression and a person who does not have depression is that reasons come easier to those without depression, and those with depression often completely overlook or cannot see their reasons. And by reasons, I mean things like reasons for living, reasons for getting up in the morning, reasons for going and having a shower, reasons for, you know, coming home and being in a good mood for those around you, or, you know, and or doing what you need to do to make those people's lives better. And for me, you know, I've always had some really good reasons, but as a person with depression, I've overlooked them many, many times. Really difficult to keep them in perspective, to keep them in focus, and, you know, make it a part of what drives you. So, like, that's a thing too, right? Like, it comes down to motivation, right? And without these reasons, there's no motivation. Like I said, people without depression, they find it very easy to be motivated because they always have these reasons in mind, because these reasons drive them, and they don't have this issue of completely not seeing them and missing out that aspect and forgetting about it and in the moment, right? So what you really need to do as a human, as just like a person, as like this physical animal, this thing that just exists, the only thing that we have real control of in this world is ourselves. And as difficult as it is, the only real way to remember those reasons and give yourself some of that motivation is to physically think it, physically say to yourself, wait a second, I know what I'm doing here. I'm thinking about all these things that, and they're not going to go away. The depression's not going to go away. You know, the dark thoughts and things like that aren't going to go away. But you can say, hey, wait a second, I've got this reason right here. For me, one of the biggest reasons, of course, my mom's here in the channel. She's one of my wonderful reasons in life. My dad, you know, my brothers, my nephews, these people are all reasons in my life. They are not in my world 24 hours a day, constantly, this kind of thing, right? So, sorry if this offends Ma, but, you know, sometimes I totally forget that reason, that family reason, because I live on my own, right? And so sometimes I forget. One thing that has really been a lot easier to remember as a reason, of course, is Abby, my dog, who isn't up here right now, but if she was, I would try and show you guys my dog. She's a wonderful dog. You know, she's turning 14 next year, and she's still, thankfully, in really excellent shape. And over those, you know, these 14 years that I've been with her, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things have happened. I've lost properties, I've lost a lot of money, I've put myself in really difficult and dark situations, and, you know, I've made these commitments to myself that it's like, well, you know, if I just do this thing and I stick with it, then I'll get to the end of that road that I'm working on, and I can put that in, you know, in my back pocket and move on to the next thing, get on the next road. And that's what I did. So, you know, I'll try and sum it up. Starting around, you know, around when I turned 30-ish, had a big bad breakup. You know, I was with this gal for years. She was part of the family, all this stuff, right? Turned out we just weren't meant for each other, and we broke it off. And Abby was new in my life, about 2 years old at the time, and I could not lose her. I realized, wow, this dog is my reason. I need this dog in my life. What am I willing to sacrifice? And again, you know, if it's, my mom can tell you that I have sacrificed a lot for this dog, but I have also pushed and I've also worked. I've worked really hard. I've made huge, big, you know, difficult decisions and kept going when times have been really tough because of this dog. You guys, I gave up thousands of dollars, thousands upon thousands of dollars, lost property so that I could keep my dog in my life. She is, beyond a doubt, for the last 14 years of my life, the reason for me. Now, over that time, I've found new reasons. And, you know, as I was saying, you know, you get on these paths, you get to the ends of these paths, and you start these new paths. And in so doing, you begin to find more reasons, right? More reasons come into your life. I don't know if she's on the stream right now. I haven't looked, but Rebecca is one of my reasons, and her family, right? Like, I don't know if I've spoken too much about it because it is a bit odd for me to say, but I'm an honorary grandfather. So Rebecca has a grandchild. His name is Cater. He's also one of my reasons, you know? And my brother has nephews, and they're also, you know, some of my reasons. But slowly over this period of time, I have also become one of my reasons. And here I am cracking packs. And one of my reasons is that I want to crack these packs. I really enjoy Magic the Gathering. I push for it. You know, I make sacrifices and I do what I have to do to enjoy the things that keep me going, right? It's about keeping going, pushing yourself to do more so that you can basically, you know, have what you want as well as take care of these reasons in your life. And so, you know, over that period of time, 14 years with Abby, I ended up losing that house, moved in to a band house and found this just wasn't going to work because I couldn't take Abby with me. Ended up living in my parents' basement for a while and, you know, saved up as much money as I could. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for helping me with that. You know, it's almost 12 years ago now. And in so doing, I was able to save some money. I sold all of my worldly possessions, literally everything. Like, I had nothing. Got down to zero, right? And with the money that I saved and that I got from selling all of my worldly possessions, I managed to scrounge together a small down payment. Now, I wasn't out there trying to find a 5-bedroom house, you know, on the hill with a giant garage and all this stuff. I would love to have done something like that. But no, I looked within my means and I said, what can I afford? Okay, I could get a 1-bedroom apartment. I could get a 2-bedroom apartment. Maybe I could get something a little different. And that's what I did. Because of Abby, I insisted I must have a yard for this dog. And so I ended up in this situation, in this home, which is about 860 square feet. Nothing huge, but it's mine. It's my little corner of the world. And I've stuffed it full with all these wonderful things that I love because I've had those reasons. Because I've had that drive from outside to say to myself, no, I can't just stop. I can't just lay down, call in sick as much as I want, which I used to do a lot. I used to call in sick all the time. I used to and I still wallow, but I used to wallow a lot more, okay? Like, to the point where it was detrimental to my health and the health of Abby and everybody else around me, watching me spiral into this chaos. Now, finding that drive, pulling myself out of those situations, putting the money together, you know, looking at what I can do, what I can afford, and making that happen, and then hanging on to it for dear life. Oh my God, I've sacrificed and made so many, you know, like just basically put myself aside so many times so that I could keep this place. You know, I've done everything that I possibly can, sucked it all up. You know, pride. What's that? When you're faced with having a place to live, you need to just get rid of that pride, is what I found, in order to do what you have to do, no matter what that is, to secure that place to live. It's the most important thing, I'd say, in a person's life. Having somewhere to live is the absolute most important thing. if you are stuck between the choice of having food and having shelter, you must have the shelter first. Pick the shelter. If you're ever in this situation, you do not want to be without shelter but have some food. You can always find ways to get food. There are people that will help you with food. There are not always going to be people that will help you with shelter. So if you are in this situation, as I once was, where you must choose between having a place to lay your head at night and eating, then you've got to go with the shelter. Believe me, you do not want to find out what happens when you go with the other choice. Now, that being said, that is also a driver. Knowing what happens and seeing what happens, that is a reason, okay? And that is part of what becomes that reason where you make the reason yourself. I do not want to be in that situation, so now I am my own reason. And having found that, Abby's not my only reason 24 hours a day, so am I. And so I find that I'm able to leverage that in those moments when I've lost sight of those reasons. I'm able to say, wait a second, let's just stop a second. What are my reasons? What are they? And I'll look at them and I'll say, oh yeah, wait a second, yeah, I've got this place, I've got this dog, I've got myself, I got the things that I want to do. And then I pick myself up out of bed even after I've said, I don't want to do this anymore. But then I say, well, I must do these things. I must go and make this money. And until things change in the world where we don't have to do these things, I will just have to suck it up and do it. And that's what I do every single day. And I work overtime and I'm on call. I'm on call right now. This phone could ring any minute and I would just have to go work, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to go, oh, I don't want to do this. I hate this. This job sucks. It's the worst job I've ever had. Oh, I hate it. But then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to say, oh, yeah, okay, I just made some extra bucks. That's going to pay for some of the stuff that I need to do. Oh, that's going to pay for Abby's food. Oh, that's going to make sure that I can pay my credit card bill on time. And so I do it. Anyway, brings me to kind of present day. After having done that, 12 years later, I still have this place. Everything that I, ever wanted is here. And I've got a wonderful, beautiful girlfriend. I've got my dog. I couldn't ask for more. But that doesn't mean the depression goes away, right? And it's there, and it's tough, and it's never really something like people say, oh, is there a cure for depression? No, there's not really. You're going to be dealing with it for life if you have it. And I feel for you, and I think it's awful that people like us have to deal with this, but we do, and that's the reality of it. There's options, but the best option is to choose life and choose yourself and choose to fight those moments. Fight those moments where you're saying, oh, this isn't worth it. I don't want to do this anymore. It is worth it. You do want to do it because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to not see the next set that comes out. And that's a decent decent segue into our next segment, which I am going to put a little bow on this. Thanks for listening to my rant, you guys, first of all. And, if you're dealing with this sort of thing, if you need help, make sure you call out to somebody. If you want to talk, you can always talk to me. You can join us in the Discord, and you can chat with me in there. Or you can reach out by leaving a comment. We can try and figure out a way to get in touch. There is an email attached to this account. So if you need help, I am happy to be that person. There are professional services out there, though, and I should say I am not a professional. But yes, please, if you're in dire straits, reach out, find the help you need, because it's there. It's there, and even though it sucks, sometimes we can just reach out and find that help we need. And if you're in that position, I beg you, please do it. Now, that being said, let's move on. We talked about the new sets. You don't want to miss out on these new sets, even if it's Universes Beyond. You want to be able to be here to see all these crazy, ridiculous cards and make your comments on them, negative or positive, whatever they may be. You want to be able to say something about it. Okay, so let's just go on over to the PC screen here. Check my music. Make sure it's not silent. All right, so you guys have probably seen that they dropped a bunch of releases or, hints about what's going on with Marvel Superheroes, the new set that's coming out. They dropped these pre-con images, right? Like, we've already seen some of the cards, and we're going to look at them a little bit today. And here we are. So we have 4 pre-cons, and they're doing the whole thing again, where they're doing these special versions of the pre-cons. My opinion, people are going to want this Doctor Doom one. I mean, they're going to want it bad. Like, that's the one that everybody's going to want. I mean, the rest of these characters are popular. I think the next most popular is going to be the Captain America Avengers Assemble deck. That's probably going to be second most popular. Probably followed by the Wakanda Forever. And then maybe the Fantastic Four. I feel like the Fantastic Four, they aren't, you know, peak Marvel anymore. They once were. A long, long time ago, they were the crown. But really now, it's Doctor Doom. Everyone loves Doctor Doom. Have for years. I personally really want it. And I think that everyone else is going to really want that deck as well. Now let's go and see what everybody's saying. Oh, Lord of the Deck says Kaiba's his favorite raison d'etre. Excellent. It is hard. You're absolutely right. Thanks, Ma. Yes, indeed. Oh, thanks, Fuzzy Falcon. And let's see here. Yes, Abby is super precious. Yep, join the Discord. Snoop's got the link in there. Speed queue back in December 2020. 15 to 20 seconds. Gotta have something to look forward to. Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head there, Fuzzy Falcon. You gotta have something to look forward to. Everyone's welcome in the Discord, absolutely. Oh, goodness. You guys are great. Yeah, I think so, too. Well, you think the Fantastic Four, hey? LOD? I don't know how popular that one's going to be. I think they're really cool. I feel like the other decks are going to be more popular. We'll see how it turns out, though. Like, we'll see which ones are going to be the most powerful. I think it's probably going to be Doctor Doom. I mean, really, the popular one will definitely be Doctor Doom. And I feel like just because of the optics and how much people have seen Avengers and like how many people love the Avengers, that the Avengers will be the second most popular. Now, there is a large group of people that really love the whole Wakanda Black Panther side of things. And I feel like that group is larger than the Fantastic Four. So that's my only reason for saying it would, like, I feel like it's going to be kind of a battle between these two for popularity. So we'll have to kind of watch and see. And, you know, you can choose for yourself which one you want the most. And, yeah, let's check out, speaking of the cards, we can kind of go in here and see what Magic the Gathering, what Wizards of the Coast has released. So, yeah, you've got, you know, Galactus is in there, Heroes and Villains. First of all, like, look at these two symbols, the regular Marvel symbol and then the expansion symbol. I guess they're calling it expansion symbol now because they're probably going to include not only the pre-con commander decks, but also the Jumpstart is probably included in that as well. Spinning the Rubik's Cubes, good for the arthritis and that. I didn't, you know, that's a good tip. I never thought of that. I wonder if those fidget spinners do the trick too, Falcon. So yeah, then you got Captain America, Sentry. I don't know how popular Sentry really is. I mean, he kind of came like, I don't know. I have a bit of a skewed view on the comic books because I was reading them when I was young, right? Through the 80s and early 90s. And that was kind of like the height of the popularity of mainstream, it seemed, in comic books. And then it kind of moved into movies later. I don't feel like Sentry really was much of a part of that. But then again, it could have just been that I wasn't really interested in it. Yeah, I hear you, LOD. I mean, I'm not huge on Commander myself anyways, but I'm kind of getting more into it now that I play with my friend David and his wife Cassandra, or girlfriend? Anyway, you know, I'm probably gonna look into getting the Doctor Doom one. And the villains, I think the villains are very appealing. The Marvel villains are just fun, right? Baron Zemo, really cool. Doctor Doom, Super Skrull. It's fun. It is. And oh man, I think this set is going to top Spider-Man by a mile. The Spider-Man cards, while some of them were really nice looking, there just weren't very many of them. This set's going to be a lot larger, right? There's going to be a lot more interesting stuff going on. But you know what's weird is that eventually, like, they'll bring it out on MTGA as well, and it'll have to be something completely different once again, right? Like, they're probably not going to be able to do Marvel on MTGA, so we'll have to see how that turns out. But yeah, here's your Fantastic Four right here. They're all mythic cards, right? So I mean, should be cool. Submariner, look at the artwork. Like, they're bringing in the comic book art. This is so iconic, the Extinction event. Super iconic. I don't know if you guys have ever read the comic books, but this is straight out of the comics. Straight out of it. Very cool. World War Hulk. I mean, there's just so much to look forward to in it, I think. It's just going to be really cool. You want me to have a look at their abilities? See if we can... So, you were saying Invisible Woman? So, Sue Storm, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, create a 0/3 colorless wall creature token with Defender and Reach. Whenever you attack, you may pay 4 colors. When you do, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, until each creature you control and can't be blocked this turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. You'd have to pay that multiple times to... I mean, the can't be blocked is better than the +1, but... Yeah, target creature... I don't know. I don't feel like that's super crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like that's super crazy. And you were saying... Who else? Sue Storm and the Thing. So the Thing is Trample, 6 cost 5/5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, put 4 +1/+1 counters on the Thing. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And then whenever the Thing attacks, you may pay 4 colors. When you do, double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents you control. That is despicable. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's really, really good. Holy smokes. Oh yeah, MTG pulled you away? Well, now you can go back to it. You can have both at the same time, Falcon. How do you feel about that, huh? Yeah, that makes sense, LOD. So you use them together. I mean, that works really well, just giving anything unblockable. I feel like there are maybe better cards that can give unblockable, right? Because this, you've got to have it out there. They're going to see it coming, right? I feel like if you can give them unblockable or, you know, some other way of getting him through, like Menace or can't be blocked by more than one or something like that. Because he's got Trample, right? I feel like putting an instant on him that gives him can't be blocked by more than one creature is going to do more. But... yeah, I feel like the Thing is the big one out of that. Personally, I think this Invisible Woman card is a little weak. Just because, like I say, you're going to have it out there. They're going to see it coming, right? So this is going to pull removal like crazy because it's like, oh, okay, well, we have to get rid of that. It's going to make things unblockable. This Namor cover is really cool. Very cool, very cool. Yeah. No, I just love the characters. You know, the way they were drawn. A lot of people like DC better, but I've always been a Marvel guy. I just feel like the art, the style, is just better. And waka waka, Snoop. Yeah, no doubt, Fuzzy. I'm with you. Oh man, the Namor stuff is looking real nice. Non-basic lands are islands. Oh god. Merfolk are gonna eat well, man. in this set. I think merfolk are gonna make out like bandits. Other merfolk get +1/+1 and have island walk. Oh man. I mean, you're gonna need the both kinds of boots. You need both kinds of boots and slap them on both of these, and yeah, that's the end. That's the end right there. I really like the Namor stuff is looking good. Widow making infiltrator. I mean, is it just me or is there something kind of plain and not very great about this? I mean, I don't like to like rag on the artwork too much, but this one, I don't really like the artwork. It's not my thing. Same with this Elektra. What's going on here? This is cool. This Chaos Warp with the Scarlet Witch. This is like really cool old school style Hulk. Yeah, see, I'm in it for the art too. Oh, old school Thor. Heroic intervention. Very cool. Look at this weird horn. It's a oh my god. Oh my god, look at that disgusting looking horn. And it says, yeah, toot. Like, come on. No, do not use it. The horn of greed? Oh god, that's just such a disgusting looking horn. Alright, well, that's how they ended it. Okay, you guys, enough of that. That was fun, though. You know, checking out these Marvel cards with y'all. Tell me what you're the most excited for. And yeah, we're going to switch on back to the card pack opening. And I want to show you guys something because finally the Lorwyn play boosters have arrived in the studio. This has been a segment of Magic Minute. All right, you guys. I'm working on stuff. I don't know. I'm trying things. Let me know what you think. I gotta get a new stinger for that. But we got the Lorwyn Eclipsed play booster box here, ready to go. And thank God it's not Universes Beyond, because this is much more affordable than Universes Beyond. You might be able to see something kind of sneaky right here. There's another little Lorwyn box there that might contain a collector booster. Really good price on those too, if you can get one. The what's it called? The Draft Night box. You get 12 packs of play boosters and a collector booster, and it's like, I mean, if you consider you're paying for the collector booster, it's like you're paying half price for those packs. It's really good. Really good deal. Alright, so we have opened that. You can see it is the actual, sealed product. I have not been ripped. Alright. What a nice looking box, too. Really like the artwork in Lorwyn. This is going to take the place of that Disney box on the shelf back there. Dun-da-da-da! Lorwyn Eclipsed. And use your little card thing. Scan here to discover the coolest cards. I mean, this guy is pretty cool. Look at him. What's on the back? Information. Merfolk, goblins, kithkin, elements, and elves. And not to mention, like, fairies and giants and, several other tribalized stuff, too. I mean, all those, what do you call them? Shapeshifters, right? Yes, look, we have another box full of packs. Look at this. This is always so nice opening a box of these. I wish I could just open them all at once, but we're going to open them in the series over the next couple of months here. And, maybe not even that long. The Turtles cards are going to come out too. But yeah, what do you guys think? Should we do this against something, or should we do 2 packs of Lorwyn today? What do you guys want in chat? I wonder if I can do like can I do a poll? Yes, I can. Hang on. I'm just going to do a little poll. 2 Lorwyn or 1v1 with Avatar. Let's see here. Lorwyn, Avatar. Let's see. Or OTJ. Okay, you guys. This is the first time I'm trying a poll out. So, Giver, let's see what you think. What should we do? 2 of these? Should we do OTJ, Lorwyn? Lorwyn's up 50%. OTJ 50%. Wow, we need a tiebreaker. We need a tiebreaker. What do you guys want to see this go up against? Avatar, OTJ, or itself? Check out the poll and let me know. Looks like Lorwyn, double Lorwyn is winning. With only 3 votes. I see there's 8 people watching. Click the thing. What do you want to see? Let's do it. Together. Maybe you want to see 2 of these. One night and one day? That's not a bad idea. Like this. Okay, looks like Lorwyn, double Lorwyn is the winner. So, that's what we're doing. Alright. End it there. So, night or day, what should we start with? Let's go with daytime. And then, you know, the moon will come up and we'll check out the nighttime after. Everybody's winning regardless. Alright, let's see. Do they put these ones in order? They do, you guys. I don't even have to do any tricks. Star Soarer, starting us off with a bird, but it's an elemental non-bird. It's still a bird to me. So, you got a 5, cost 3/5 with flying. When it enters, target creature gains flying until end of turn. Basic land cycling 2. Timid Shield Bearer. See, I want more Kithkins. I'd like to make a Kithkin deck now that this is out. Bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Sorry. I get a little carried away. Sometimes I go into Peter Griffin mode. Richard Simmons. Gangly Stompling. A 3-cost 4/2, which I like. And he's got trample. So it's like one of these shapeshifters I was saying. These are great. And one with trample that costs 3 and starts with a base of 4/2 is that's really good. Weary Farmer, 3/3 for 3. Kithkin, Citizen, love it. Oh man, I need more Kithkins. At the beginning of your end step, if another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, you surveil 1. Very nice. And Kithkin are about bringing in more creatures every turn. Reckless Ransacking. For 2, target creature gets +3/+2 till end of turn. Create a treasure token. I like it. I like it a lot. That's a lot of value for 2 mana. Moonglow Extractor. I mean, he's extracting all right. What do you think he's brewing up there? Eh? Whenever this creature attacks, you draw a card and lose 1 life. That's pretty good. It's like an attacking Phyrexian Arena. Bone Club Berserker. 2/4 for 4. So this creature gets +2/+0 for each other goblin you control. I love the goblins in this set too. I mean, goblins have been doing really well the last few sets. Ever since Foundations came out, goblins are a bigger threat than they were. Thirst for Identity, which is saying something because they were already like a pretty big auto threat, right? Thirst for Identity for 3 instant. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Unless you discard a creature card. Right, it kind of rhymes. Wanderbrine Trapper, Merfolk Scout. A 2/1 for 1, there's value. And then for 1, you can tap another untapped creature you control. Tap target creature and opponent controls. We've seen this before, but I like it. It's really good. Again, I feel like Merfolk, Goblins, and Kithkin made out the best. Although I personally really love Elementals. When I played my Elemental deck, no such luck at the pre-release. Blossoming Defense. So for 1 instant, target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains hexproof until end of turn. That's very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a 1 cost, right? So it's just kind of good, right? Like, Overprotect costs 2. This is better, I think, as well than the Blitzball Shot. Blitzball Shot is the +3/+3 and hexproof. This is just better. Because you're after that hexproof with this one. If you're going to pay 2, you want the Overprotect instead. Lasting Tarfire. For 2, enchantment, at the beginning of your end step, if you put a counter on a creature this turn, this enchantment deals 2 damage to each opponent. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Right? I mean, you could stack this up with all kinds of fun stuff. I mean, is Resborg on? Resborg, you need this for that Timming deck that you made on MTGA. If he's on, he needs this one. Disruptor of Currents. So a little rare action there. 5 cost 3/3 with Flash. Convoke. I like Convoke. And then when this creature enters, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Useful in many ways. Good card. Flamekin Guildweaver. So that's your foil. For 4, you get a 4/3 trample. When this creature enters, create a treasure token. I like it. I like it. Yeah, 3/3 bouncer is right. It's a good card. It's a potential card of the day. Swamp. And what a swamp it is. The artwork on the lands in this set is just fantastic. Speaking of good artwork, these Kithkin, like these trees just look nice. I like the Kithkin. Man, that's a nice little treasure token. Oh, it's such a small, it's like a small little chest that you can just line up your coins in it. It's kind of like one of those plastic coin rollers you put loonies and toonies in. If you don't know what loonies and toonies are, you're American. And God bless you. All right, so that was a pack. It wasn't the best pack, but it did have this Disruptor of Currents in it. So it was pretty good. But we'll see. Will the nighttime beat the day? Will it? Will it? What do you think? Is it going to beat it? I think it's going to. I think the second pack is going to be better. Just want to stay positive on that, you know? I think the second pack's going to be better. Furdock's Core. So, Shapeshifter Kindred Artifact. For 3, it's a changeling. Add 1 mana of any color. And this artifact becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn for 4. This is good. Okay. Are you making fun of me? Stop making fun of me. Aquatechi's Defense? Or Aquatech's. What's wrong with my papers? Maybe it's because I was born before 2009. Aquatech's Defense. For 2, you get an enchantment aura with Flash. And when this aura enters, enchanted creature gains hexproof until end of turn. And it also gets +1/+2. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, for 2, it's got Flash. So, yeah, it's doing what you need it to do. And it gets a permanent +1/+2 unless somebody gets rid of your enchantment or your creature. Liminal Hold. So for 4, you get an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of white cards like this. This one, I really like the artwork. It's just cool. It's just good. Okay, Vile Boggart. Goblin Assassin. 1/1 for 1. When he dies, you put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. And, you know, with Blight and so many Blight effects, you might actually choose to put that on one of your own creatures. You were born in 86? Okay. Okay. I see you. You still haven't... So, oh, wait. Oh, my God. So you're telling me you're turning 40 tomorrow, LOD. It's a big one for you, buddy. It's a big one for you. I've been through it. Wishing you luck. Hope you have a good day, even if work is crap. Vile Boggart is kind of a fun card. Mist Meadow Council. Kithkin Advisor. Well, I'm 45. So I'll be turning 46 this year. Ooh. Mist Meadow Council is a 5-cost 4/3, and it costs 1 less to cast if you control a Kithkin. And when this creature enters, draw a card. I like it. The card draw, right? It's kind of like cheap for the card draw. 1972, Fuzzy Falcon. Instead of cards, I mean, if you leave your address, maybe I can send you some Depends, or it always depends. Enraged Flamecaster. For 3, you get a 3/2 with Reach. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. Okay. I mean, it's 4 matters, right? There's a lot of 4 matters out there. I'm just kidding, Fuzzy Falcon. I hope you didn't take offense to my bad joke. For 2, you get a target creature instant +2/+2 gains first strike until the end of turn and untap it. I like that. Yeah? I hope so. I hope so, Snoop. You're going to have a mess on your hands. Yeah, I hear you. Nightmare Sower. For 4, you get a 2/3 flying lifelink Fairy Assassin. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. Flying and lifelink, too. It's a lot. Meander's Guide. For 3, you get a 3/2 Merfolk Scout. Whenever this creature attacks, you may tap another untapped Merfolk you control. When you do, return target creature card with a mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty good. Huh? So just by attacking and tapping another creature, you can return another creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. That's really good, actually. That's crazy good when I think about it. Like, in the silence of the dark meanders, she thought only of those still lost. I feel like Merfolk would kind of have a bit of a snaky sounding voice, but not too snaky. Dundulin Weaver. Kithkin Druid. For 2, you get a 2/1. When it enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty cool. Hey, look, it's Fuzzy Falcon. Sorry, I can't help myself sometimes. Explosive Prodigy, we already saw this guy. But he's a 2-cost 1/1 with Vivid. When it enters, it deals X damage to target creature where an opponent controls, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. So up to 5. Yeah, it did. I liked it. Bloodline Bidding. I don't think I've really looked at this one. So for 8, it's an 8-cost sorcery with Convoke. So you gotta like Convoke. Choose a creature type. Return all creature cards of the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh my god! Oh, that's really good. Oh, you got this card, did you? What did it cost you, Snoop? Like $5 or something? $2 to $5, I'd imagine. Something like that. It's a cool card. The Convoke makes it so much more accessible. Don't you think? Like, you could Convoke a lot. Yeah, $2? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Pretty cool card, though. Definitely, worthy of being in the contest for card of the day. Nameless Inversion is your foil, so we didn't really hit a big one, but it is an uncommon. 2-cost Kindred Instant Shapeshifter. Changeling. Target creature gets +3/-3 and loses all creature types until end of turn. Loses all creature types. Hey, that's crazy. I love the artwork on this one, though. And then the foil, it's just kind of neat. Like, that's the sound his head's making. Right there. And a nice little plains. And a Kithkin token with an elf on the back. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one wins? I think that may be the Bloodline. But this Disruptor is really cool. I mean, it's a 5-cost 3/3 with Flash and Convoke. So you can Convoke. When this creature enters, return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I feel like Convoke would work pretty well with having like some cheap vehicles out there, right? Like, I mean, I feel like, because you might not want, like, you'd have the choice to either, you know, crew your vehicle or use your vehicle to convoke and pull something like this out. So we've got, oh, Blossoming Defense. Well, let's have another look. It is a good card. Just for one cost. I mean, it's an uncommon. It is a really good card. I mean, I think the value is there. Fuzzy, I think that you're not off really in saying that, but I do kind of feel like the Bloodline, though, takes the cake. With Convoke, you could return just so much stuff. Like, if you, and like Snoop was saying, you could take advantage of this hard, right? Like, you could really take advantage of this card. Make a bunch of tokens, Convoke, and like after you've help me out here, Snoop, what's the word I'm looking for? What the heck's wrong with me? After you've milled a bunch of cards, right? A bunch of creatures into your graveyard, just mill. And then you make a bunch of tokens and you convoke this, and boom, everything comes out. Definitely zombies, but I feel like there's a lot of things you could do with this. Because, I mean, there's a lot of black-green elf decks that are going to be out there, too. And this is going to work really well, I think, with the black-green elf decks as well. Because, I mean, you can mill with those black-green elves. And then just splat. Put them all back. And they're going to have synergy, and it's going to be despicable. So, yeah, I'm going with Bloodline Bidding for card of the day. So, you may have decided you liked Blossoming Defense, like Fuzzy Falcon, or you may have decided that you like Disruptor of Currents. I'm not sure if anybody voted for that one. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, I feel like Bloodline Bidding, especially since like there's such a big focus on tribal. I mean, there kind of always has, right? But recently, especially with this Lorwyn set, tribal is like the ticket, really, and this is an excellent tribal card. So Bloodline Bidding, card of the day. Well, thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I mean, it's always a pleasure to have you here on SmithStack Pack a Day Habit. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Join the Discord. I do give away free cards. If you're in the Discord and you're subscribed, I put cards aside for people who have sent me their information in Discord, and I will send you cards whether you like it or not, you know. So check it out, join us, we're a lot of fun, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. I do this every day, weekdays 7 p.m. Monday to Friday, and then on the weekends usually between the hours of 1 and 2 p.m. Of course sometimes things come up, but that's what I aim for every week, every day. And we're going to keep going on that for as long as possible. I'm going to try and do 250 in a row, and then we're going to see what we do from there. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to continue doing live streams, but it may not always be pack openings. And then what I'm kind of thinking is to do a bigger show, like a single big show on the weekends. But we shall see. You know, my thoughts on this keep evolving. Please let me know what you guys think. Your feedback is very important to me. And yeah, I hope Lord of the Decks, I hope you have a great day at work tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you in the stream tomorrow too, so we can all wish you a happy birthday then. And yeah, you know, like Red Green said, keep your stick on the ice. Keep your stick on the ice, and you know, if the women don't find you handsome, at least they can find you handy. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. We are out.